do what now? You want me to do a hand tie? Okay, we actually can bring those flowers back. If you look a bunch of flowers out, I'll show you how to do a hand tie really quick. I mean, I can do that. Real quick, I can do it like in 5 minutes. But what you need to keep in mind, if you don't do hand ties already, you need to do them in a spiral pattern. That's really important. They either have to go counterclockwise or clockwise. You can't just take a group of flowers and bind them together like this. You could, but look at the conformation we've got. Just not interesting. So, and I will do this really, really fast. Normally you would strip your flowers ahead of time. You take all the foliage off. You want to help me strip these too, please. You take all the foliage off. And you're going to start with one flower in the center. So this is where I go counterclockwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm starting with one flower and I'm putting all the stems are going counterclockwise. You see that direction counterclockwise. Now if you want to be a clockwise person, you need to put all your stuff this way. Is that right? That's right. That would really be embarrassing. We have to do a take two on that. Anyways, but I go counterclockwise, so I'm starting with the tip of my folder, the bottom part of the stem, and that's how you determine the direction. So here's what I'm going to do. And I can put them in any area, but you see I'm going to continue to go counterclockwise. But what you're noticing here is I have a central bind point. And why is that important? Because look at the conformation you're getting. They're shaping into a really interesting bouquet. I put the head where I want it to be, but I make sure that all the material is in the area that I want it to be. And you can go back and pull things up. Take all this foliage off ahead of time, and then you can still answer the phone while you're doing this. Doesn't that happen to us? I mean, we're doing some pretty strange things when we have to answer the phone. You know, it's just the way it is. Now see, this is great for mass arrangements. You can do this in a holder, and it's gonna have a water source, which is really great. You know, even for things like hydrangea. But when you're trying to get detail in a hand tie, it's much more, challenging. So that's why the holders, you can get the same effect. So, it's great to have a couple different things in our arsenal here that we can deal with. And the most important thing is to decide where you're gonna be putting things. Now I'm gonna go in the center if I want to. It's still going counterclockwise, see? I'm gonna gather it in my hand. And you guys took my binded tape. Could you give my binded tape for me back, please? They're efficient. But notice, I've got one point here thank you. Normally I take the foliage off of this too, but we're not going to do that today. And we'll stop here, but let me put a little bit closer. So I'm going to use this binding tape. Is really good for this. And this would be great in a vase to send to the hospital or something. Really, really, really super. But I want to put it up relatively high. Normally I would use wax string, not Oasis tape, because Oasis tape is great for containers and all kinds of things, but it really kind of cinches the flowers. So I would normally use wax string or also paper-covered wire, which is another binding wire, another Smithers product. But now that we've got this binding tape, it's awesome because what happens is, look, I've got this ability to open this thing up now if I want to. I mean, isn't that really cool what you can do? And you see how the stems are really enabling this thing to have a really good presentation. So, you know, not much time spent dealing with the material in this, but, you know, really quick and fast. So.